What's going on, guys? In this video I'll be showing you how to create this cake vector in Inkscape. So let's get started. Go to file, new, and I'll create a new document. Go to file, document properties, set the orientation to landscape, change the units to pixels. I'll make it 1280 by 720. Uncheck the show border shadow option and close out of this. Now select the circles and ellipses tool, hold Control and Shift key on your keyboard and create a circle like this. Now you'll see this circle shape right here. Click and hold on it and move away from that shape, and hold Control key on your keyboard to snap the angles and create a pie shape like this. Now select the transform objects tool, then click on this icon twice to rotate it to about 180 degrees, and then click on this icon to flip the object horizontally. Then go to path and then go to object to path. Now select the edit paths by nodes tool and select this node right here and hold Control key on a keyboard and just move it away from this node. Just move it away from it, and that's the top part of the cake. Now let's create the bottom part. To do that, just make sure that you have the snap nodes, paths and handles, and snap cusp nodes including rectangle corners on. Select the rectangles and squares tool and you'll see this text appearing. Just click and create a shape like this. And if it's not snapping in properly, then you just have to enable these snappings as well. And zoom in, select this arrow, and you'll see this corner to cusp node text right there. Go to the fill and stroke panel, move this lightness slider towards the left, and for this one I'll move the lightness slider towards the right to about 150. You can also copy the code right here. Okay, now we'll create the sections or the layers of our cake, and to do that, again select the rectangles and squares tool. Make sure that the shape snaps in properly and create a square like this. Control D to duplicate this shape, and select the transform objects tool, hold Control key on keyboard and move it down. Again duplicate it, move it down, duplicate it again and move it down. Now select all of these four shapes and you'll see this arrow. Let's move it up like this. So you can also go to view display mode and set it to outline, and I'll zoom in again, and now you will see this corner to corner text right there. Go back to view display mode and set it to normal. You can change the colors of these shapes just to differentiate. I don't think that it is necessary. Select the bezier tool. You can press B on your keyboard to select it, and place your mouse cursor somewhere over here until you see this handle to path intersection text. Hold Control key on a keyboard, click, and then click over here until you see this handle to path text, and hit enter on your keyboard to create a stroke. the stroke paint tab, set the color to white, and I'll just duplicate this shape, Control D to duplicate it, and you'll see this cusp node to path text right here. Again, Control D to duplicate it, and you'll again see it should be cusp node to corner. Yeah, should see this one cusp node to corner on every cusp node to path intersect cusp node to corner right there. You'll see this text, and that's what you want when you align these shapes. Now we don't need these shapes anymore. You can delete them. So we'll create that wavy pattern on the top layer of our cake, and to do that, select this shape, Control D to duplicate it and move it to the top for a moment, and I'll just make it black. Hold Shift key on your keyboard and select this arrow that is the one that is in the middle, and stretch this shape like this, and scaling object, scale the stroke width by the same proportion. No, just disable this option, we don't need that. I'll just repeat the process. Just make sure that this is disabled, this option, and I'll again do it right like this, so the width won't be changed anymore. I'll just zoom in, and I want to show you what I'm doing now. Go to stroke style, change the join to round join, and set the cap to round cap. Then select the edit paths by nodes tool, and you'll have these two nodes on the shape. That's too big shape. Let's shrink it a bit, and that should be fine. Again, select this shape, go to edit paths by nodes tool, and you'll have these two nodes. Highlight both of these nodes and then click on this icon to insert new nodes. Again, click on this icon and click on it again, on this icon once again, and maybe once again. So you'll have to create these nodes, and then select the first node. And now you have to select the nodes in odd manner, so I'll just select the first, the third, and the fifth. Go with 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th, and the 17th. And now you have to hit the up arrow key on your keyboard a few times, and you have to create a pattern like this. Not a pattern, a shape like this. And now select all these nodes, click on this icon that says make selected nodes smooth. Select the first node and hit delete on your keyboard, and select this last one and hit delete on that as well. Now turn off the snappings for a moment, and I'll just move the shape to the first layer of our cake shape, and we'll Control and Shift on your keyboard and resize this shape. And stretch it. Let's make sure that some part of it goes outside this shape. And now you have to go to the fill tab and set it to flat color. Change the color to white, and go to stroke paint tab and set the stroke to no paint. Again, select the edit paths by nodes tool, select all of these nodes that are in the middle, select all of these and hit the up arrow key on your keyboard once and then twice. Should be enough. Now I'll just change the color of this shape so that we can see it clearly. Now there's some excess part of the shape that we don't need and we need to cut it or clip it, and to do that select this shape, this one, duplicate it and zoom in and hold shift key on your keyboard, then click on this shape which is beneath it, go to path, then click on intersection. Now change the color of the shape back to white, and I'll just move this shape. Like that. Okay, now there's your wavy, creamy pattern for this cake. I'll select the rectangles and squares tool, enable the snappings, and you'll see this handle to path intersection text or handle to cusp node. Let's create a rectangle like this. Just make sure that it snaps in properly. Make sure that the stroke paint is set to no paint, and change the fill. I'll use the dropper tool and use the same color as this one, but in the lightness panel or the lightness slider, I'll just move it towards the right. Not much, but just let's make it 135. Now select that shape again, then click on this icon that says lower selection one step. You just have to click on this icon twice. Okay, now duplicate this shape again, move it down, make sure that it snaps in properly. Again, click on this icon twice that says lower selection one step. You just have to click on that twice. Change the color, again use the dropper tool to white. Duplicate this shape, Control D to duplicate it, and drag it down, and just make sure that it snaps in properly. Again, use the dropper tool. I'll use this color. Okay. Now we are almost done. All you got to do is add some toppings, some decorations on this cake, and we'll do that by selecting the circles and ellipses tool, and we'll control and shift key on a keyboard and create a circle. If your shape looks like this, then you have to click on this icon and it will be a circle shape. Resize it, make it small, and I'll just give it the same color as the shape right here. And in the lightness tab, just move the slider towards the left and just make it a bit dark. Now duplicate the shape, hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, or you can just select the shape and keep selecting it and press spacebar on your keyboard to stamp that shape in. So just repeat this process, hold this shape and press spacebar on your keyboard to stamp it in. And just vary the positioning of your shape. And I'll just do the last one somewhere over here. Okay, now you have to resize it, so just resize them. You can deform, make it look a bit deformed, and just make sure that it looks completely different from one another. So now once you're satisfied with that, you can move ahead to the next step, and again, same process. Create a circle, move it on this shape, give it the same color as this shape, and change the lightness and make it a bit off-white. You can turn off you can turn off the snappings for a moment, and you can just resize them easily now. Keep on duplicating them and resizing them, rotating them. Okay, that's it. That's how you create the cake vector in Inkscape. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and if it was, please do leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.